senior Rotax drivers heading out onto the circuit, 31 of them on a damp but drying track. And it just gives me a chance, before we run through the grid, to say hello to everybody watching this on the Chrono Karting YouTube channel. This is being brought to you via the Camp Company broadcasting team. And hello to everybody in the Karting Armchair Experts group. I know they have 10,000 members, nearly 10,000 members. Some of those are Dutch. So if you are a Karting Armchair Expert member watching this, please let the group know who you're cheering for so we can widen the entire karting community. Here is your starting lineup. Bram Osseswaarde and Tommy van der Struijs are on row number 1. Wout Kerstens and Ralf van der Pever on row number 2. Bram Plomp and Siem van Wiele on row 3. Mika van der Pever and Jort van Wyk on row number 4. Devian Royst and Steen Peters on row 5. Jaden Tien and Flynn Fitters on row 6. Krit Knoren and Cas Boshaus on row number 7. Row 8 will be Marth Snell and Dean Winters. Row 9, Mike Maastricht and Mitch Haynett. Row 10, Wesley Eckhart and Martin Herrera. Row 11, Gwen Blokschiel and Enzo van Diekenberg. Row 12, Dylan Hummel and Dominic Scheppers. Row 13, Max Costa and Enzo Zani. Row 14, Sven Slagmerlen and Benjamin Van Hees. Felipe Falk and Julian Klossman go from row number 15. Luca Bremer will round out your starting lineup. Jaden Tien leads the championship with 634 points from Tommy van der Struijs and Mika van der Pevert. Those three drivers will all represent Team Netherlands in a very, very strong senior Rotax category this year. I have to say the Dutch team are looking as strong as they have done for some time. I think the last time, let me rack my brains, the last time we had a Dutch Rotax Grand Finals champion, Martin van Leeuwen, DD2, in 2021, I believe. And I'm sure that somebody here will correct me if I am wrong, if we've had a Dutch winner since then. But the Netherlands, with a very, very strong Rotax tradition. Ricardo Momskana, Dennis Kruijs, Robert de Haan, Chris Hannon, just to name a few of the former Grand Finals champion to hail from this country. But now, all eyes on the current generation of Dutch senior Rotax stars. Bram Osseswaarde, Tommy van der Struijs on row number 1. It looks like we are on slick tyres for this one, and I think that is probably the way to go. We'll have a little look as they cross the line. Yep, everybody nearly on slick tyres. Somebody at the back slow away there. That was the number 369 kart of Max Costa. Now we got problems down at turn number 4. Kart spinning included. Well, the race leader almost getting turned round under braking. Oh, there are 3 drivers off there. One of them is number 313, Gwen Blokschiel. And she, in that Esprit chassis, had a kart on top of her. Couldn't quite see which number it was. Yellow flag is still waving. The leaders, though, head through turns 11, 12 and 13. And, well, it was Bram Osseswaarde who almost spun going into turn number 4 on the opening lap. And Osserswada has managed, while he's fallen back quite some way, he's fallen back to 11th position. Still yellow flags waving down at turn number 4. At least one driver out of the race. Oh, and that would be, let's have a little look at the cart that's walking up, the driver walking with the Lando Norris race suit. That was Luca Bremer out of the race. So it was Bremer who had sort of mounted the front end of Gwen Blotgiel's cart. Max Costa also in difficulties down at turn number 4 there. Julian Klossmann as well going for a spin. But 2 of the 3 drivers that did get their carts fully rotated were able to continue on. But Tommy van der Struijs now assuming the lead at the head of the group, with Wout Kerstens in second in cart number 366. Then it looks like 2 teammates, Bram Plomp and Ralph van der Peyvert. Behind van der Peyvert is Mika van der Peyvert in cart 386. Oh, more yellow flags waving. And that is somebody in the tyres coming out of turn 7 and 8. And that driver does manage to extricate themselves from the tyres and continue on his merry way. But Tommy van der Struijs ahead by 1.3 seconds over this line of drivers behind him there, being led by the 366 of Wout Kerstens. Bram Plomp is there, followed by Ralph van der Peyvert. Behind Bram van der Peyvert, Ralph van der Peyvert is Jort van Wijk. Jort van Wijk in cart number 333. There's the Belgian colours on the tips of his rear bumper. Then behind them is the orange and black and white machine of Siem van Vliet. Van Vliet is Jaden Tien. So Tien already up 3 places, our championship leader. There is Tien just throwing that red and white livery cart into turn number 4. And as Stian Peters, Cas Buschhaus and Bram Ossewaarde still down in 11th position, followed by Devian Royst, Enzo van Dickenberg. Enzo van Dickenberg, a driver, independent driver, privateer entry, but comes all the way to the UK every year to compete in Kart Masters. And I am told that the Van Dickenberg VW race bus has already done nearly 400,000 kilometres, transporting driver, family and Sodi cart around Europe. Well, around that is a great little story. And Van Dickenberg is up into P13 now. You can see the orange and white and black Sodi cart just coming into turn number 4 now. Here is the battle once again for second, third, fourth and fifth positions. Kerstens, Plomp, van der Peyvert and Van Wijk. 4 drivers, and there is the second of the traditionally liveried Tony Kart machines. That is Jort van Wijk in cart 333, moving into 3rd place. There goes Jaden Tien picking up another place. Crossing the line, there is one of the Falcon carts. That looked like the 325. It couldn't be the 325, there is no 325. I think it could be the 345 of Devian Royst going through. But good scrap on a hat. Oh, and there's a cart parked just on the outside of the roundabout there. Driver standing at the side, trying to see who that is. The answer is it is Julian Klossmann or Martin Herrera, who neither of whom have completed the last lap. Herrera. Yeah, Herrera or Klossman out of the race. Certainly, though, this is a much closer battle than we have seen so far, and that just is because track conditions are now drying out. And handing here, so yellow flag still waving at the roundabout. And that driver, oh, now he walks away from his kart, looking very displeased indeed, although you have to say that it's been there now for over a lap. You give the drivers a fair chance to restart, but, you know, not a full lap. At some point, you've just got to say, look, I know you're right at the edge of the circuit. It's not far to push, but you're in the mud. It's time to give it up. And so, and it was actually classified as out of the race. Marth Snell has also had an issue. So we're down to just 27 drivers now. And Snell, Herrera and Klossman joining Luca Prima on the sidelines. As we look at the number 357 kart of Siem Van Vliet. Van Vliet is in 8th place. So at the tail end, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th. Well, 5th at the moment is Ralph van der Pavert, or is that Jaden Tien now up into P5? I think it is Jaden Tien. So a great recovery from a poor qualifying session for Jaden Tien, yes, who has gone past Ralph van der Pavert. Ralph has now got his namesake Mika van der Pavert in the 386 kart behind him. Here's a move further back, and that is Devian Royst, Enzo van Dickenberg, Benjamin van Hees, and Bram Ossersvaarder all battling. Ossersvaarder has made no progress. Sadly, a fantastic qualifying result, but it all went wrong at turn number 4. He dropped to 11th, and that is where Bram has stayed. Now the next battle is for second place, coming through turn number 14 now on your screens. Without questions, defending hard from Jort van Wyk. Bram Plomp is now the next driver that Jaden Tien has to try and negotiate. There goes Tien, the second of those 5 karts at the back of your screen. Here's the move for P2, and it is Jort van Wyk who moves into second place. Dutch, but he does have the Belgian colours on the outside corners of his team. And though, does that signify? I can see one of the multitude of Bouvin Power stickers on his NASA on his nose cone. Yeah, they are. So Bouvin Power. So he's a Dutch driver, but he's Belgian propelled this weekend. And now Bram Plomp trying to hold off Jaden Tien. Oh, is that a problem for Tien? Is that Jaden Tien slowing down? Let's have a look coming out of turn number 4. Somebody looked like it was Jaden Tien's kart. We'll soon find out. Here is the battle still for second position. Tommy van der Stroys is 3.5 seconds up the road. We've got 3 laps remaining. We'll soon see who that was. I'm sure it was Tien. I'm sure the championship leader has gone across the line. Yes, it is Tien out of the race. And he pushes his kart. There he is with a white and black race suit on. It slowed coming into turn number 4. I wonder if he flicked the chain off or something, because he just suddenly lost drive in that kart. So, championship leader out of the race. Although he does have a 94-point championship lead, so he won't be, and this will, I'm sure, be one of his dropped scores. Meanwhile, 2 laps to go. Out of, well, make that 1 lap to go now. Van der Struijs is away at the front. Who is going to be second? Jort van Wijk or Wout Kerstens? Or Wout Kerstens, rather. There goes the mean green machine of Mitch Haynert. Mitch Haynert is 15th at the moment. I have to say, the biggest mover is Benjamin Van Hees, who started right at the back. Oh, as I say that, Van Hees goes off in kart 340. So Van Hees was up into 9th place, and the minute I mention him, he throws it off going into, I'm sorry, for those of you in the Netherlands that are not used to the phrase, the curse of the commentator, that was a prime example of the curse of the commentator. Where does Benjamin Van Hees cross the line? The answer is not yet, and still not yet. Oh dear. And Benjamin Van Hees finishes 18th. He still gains 10 places. However, he was on course to gain 20 places. So Tommy van der Struijs takes the win here in the opening senior Rotax race of the day, the pre-final senior Rotax, by 4 seconds from Jort van Wijk. Wout Kerstens is 3rd, Bram Plomp is 4th, Mika van der Pevert is 5th, Ralph van der Pevert is 6th, then CM van Vliet, Devian Royst, a great drive up into the top 10. Enzo van Dickenberg gains more places than anybody else after Mr. Hess's mistake on the last lap, Mr. Hees' mistake on the last lap. Flynn Fitters finishes 10th, followed by Cas Boshuis, Bram Osseswaarde, Stian Peters, Mitch Haynert, Kirit Knoren, Dean Winters, Dominic Scheppers, Benjamin Van Hees, Felipe Falk, and the top 20 rounded out by Wesley Eckhart. Then it is Max Costa, Sven Slagmolen, Mike Maastricht, Dylan Hummel, Enzo Zani, Gwen Blockgil, and sadly Jaden Tien, Marth Snell, Martin Herrera, Julian Klossman, and on the opening couple of corners, it was sadly going out of the race, Luca Bremer. Well,